Welcome back, Marvel Minimate fans. Today I have another review featuring the Infinity Gauntlet. It features 4 different minifigures: Thanos, Drax the Destroyer, Adam Warlock, and Mephisto. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite 4-packs because I really like Thanos and Drax. The other 2, Adam Warlock and Mephisto, are just like a bonus, honestly. So yeah, this is really awesome. Let's take a look at the art on the side of the package. You got Thanos, Drax, Adam Warlock, and Mephisto, and their Minimate faces there. Looks pretty cool. So here on the back of the box, you get to see the 4 figures blown up and pretty much in full scale. And you can see all the nice detail on the figures here. Gives you a really good display of what you're going to get. These look amazing. Down below here, we have the 4 characters and their bios. If you want to pause it and read it, be my guest. But if not, we're going to keep rolling with this review. Alright, so we have the 4 figures out of the packaging and you can take a good look at them. I have to say that these figures look amazing. The articulation on them are pretty good. 3 out of 4 of them have capes, and 2 of them are basically repaints. Drax and Adam Warlock basically have the same cape, but they're just different paint jobs. Mephisto does have a different cape because it has that hood that comes up, and then where it ties up around his neck is also a little bit different. But all in all, they're really nice figures. The Thanos figure looks just like Thanos. So does the Drax, Adam Warlock, and Mephisto. I can't complain with these figures at all. All of the articulation on these figures are pretty good, other than the arm articulations on the figures with capes, because they can't go back. And the figures with capes really can't move their legs too much or bend them because the cape will hinder them from standing up. All in all, the set is really nice. The paint jobs are really great on all these figures. Another thing I want to mention is the accessories that come with this set. There's a staff, and then Thanos comes with alternate hands that are just purple hands. I do want to mention that most of these figures, if you take off their capes, they still look pretty good. Alright, so let's take a close-up view on each one of these figures, and I'll show you the articulation on them. Alright, so we're taking a look at Mephisto first, and I just want to show you the good detail on him. Nice chest paint job there, nice face sculpt, and nice hair. I mean, look at this hair and the face. That makes this figure one of the best for details. The face and the hair make this one of the nicest looking figures in the set. Even though it's not my favorite, it definitely looks probably the coolest with that face and that hair. Definitely. Nice sculpted cape. I'm going to just show you the articulation with the cape because that's how you probably are going to store him. His hand can go all the way out like that and go back out that far, not too far. Articulated elbows. The hands can rotate. I will say that there is waist articulation, and there is no movement on the legs forward. You have to move them out around the sash and move them up, and then they bend. All in all, this figure is probably the most limited on articulation because of the leg part here with the sash here that blocks the legs. You have to move them out to move them. With the cape, it doesn't go all the way around. Now, obviously, if you take the cape off and you take off this belt, it's going to have normal articulation like all Minimates. But definitely looks awesome with the face sculpt and the paint and the hair. Definitely awesome. Alright, so here we're taking a look at Adam Warlock. The chest paint here you can't see unless I put the glare on it, and then you can see how the indents on there, like, you know, the muscle. Honestly, this is my least favorite figure in the set because it's just so bland to me. It does have the gold background and the inner part of the cape, and then on the back here, you know, just is the normal, like, red. Then, you know, the hair is just not my favorite. The face sculpt is pretty plain. You know, it's just kind of blah to me. They threw him in here because, you know, he's part of the series and, you know, a big factor in the comic. But all in all, you know, it's not my favorite figure. So let's take a look at the articulation. Arm can go all the way out, and it has elbow articulation. You can go back that far. The legs can go all the way out forward, down, and they have knee articulation. And then there is waist articulation there. So that was a quick look at Adam Warlock. Let's take a look at Drax the Destroyer. Alright, so here we have Drax, and I have to say this is probably my favorite figure, if not my second favorite figure, just behind Thanos, because Thanos is just a beast. But I consider this guy more or less a good guy, so this is my favorite good guy in the set. He just looks awesome. I like the green here. I'm not really a big fan of this costume with like the purple and the green. I really like the modern look, but this one's still good, and I like it without the cape. But you know, it's nice. This gives it a throwback to the comic. But it does kind of have a bigger boot down here, and there's nice paint job here on the legs, the belt kind of up here, and then you can see there's also a purple on the chest there. I like the how it comes here and makes a little knot right there. It's really nice. Take a look at the back here. It's basically the same cape as Adam Warlock, but just a different paint job. He's got these wristbands. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation. The hands can go all the way up this far, and there is elbow articulation. Arm can go back that far. There is waist articulation. The legs can go out and down and bend at the knees. The only thing that would make this figure better is if it had like swords here or some daggers. That would really be awesome. So here we have Drax without his cape and his helmet. This was the only figure that I thought warranted taking off his costume because you see him in comics without all that stuff on there. So yeah, looks really awesome. He does have paint on his shoulders, and then you can see more of a paint job here up on his chest, and you can get a good look at his face there. This is just a badass guy. Drax the Destroyer. Really awesome. So let's take a look at Thanos. Alright, so here we have Thanos, and everyone knows this guy's just a monster. He's just so powerful and so strong, and he's just determined to, you know, do whatever he wants. And I just really like this guy quite a bit. I just like how powerful he is. I have a buddy that this is his favorite villain behind the Red Skull because he's a real big Captain America fan. But anyways, let's talk about the figure. So let's take a look at the articulation here. This head can spin all the way around, and you can take the helmet off and get a good look at his face there. Arm can go this far forward and this far back. So Thanos in his costume has the best arm articulation. Articulation at the elbow. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet on his hand here, if you can see there. Got the colored. So that's really cool. That's really cool. He comes with these little purple hands that you can put on him, but got to keep him with these gloves, and they're awesome. His chest here is padded here, and you know, makes his shoulder pads there. I would take it off and show you, but really all it is just a blue block, so it's not really worth it. But the articulation here on the legs is pretty nice. You can go all the way back that far, and there is knee articulation, and then he is wearing boots. But the paint on this figure just looks just like he does in the comics. I really like his face here. He's got that chin with the grooves there, and then the paint on this. This is really nice. This and the Drax figure are my favorites from this set. And you can even see the red eyes there. That's really awesome. So thanks for watching my Marvel Minimates review on the Infinity Gauntlet 4-pack with Thanos, Drax, Adam Warlock, and Mephisto. Have a good day, guys.